Looking for the thing. Hello, 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 hello. Is anybody out there? If you're here, give me a big up. So my cook, what are you doing on this thing? Gavin, what's going on? Hello. Peter, I wasn't expecting you to be on, That's very concerning. Send me a WhatsApp message. Hanif, what's going on? Cruz, what's going on, youth? It's Saturday night and you there, yard? That's not normal, Cruz. Um, who else is here? Hey, remember to share the link. Share, share. Tonight's gonna be, a light-hearted night. Just give you guys a brief update and talk about the Denbigh experience. Um, we didn't do iGoat chat last week because of the independence. So tonight we're just gonna give an update on what's going on with Cabra Ranch and our associates and friends and talk about the Denbigh experience. Um, so just share the link with everyone and let's um let's have some fun, get into some conversations and whatever else comes up on the agenda. Say hi to Trudy, guys. She's in the background doing her production duties. Everybody one time say, "Hey, Trudy," and trying to get her on, but she's not having it. There she is, saying, "Hey, everyone." Um. Okay, so yeah, let's everybody say hi to Trudy. Hey, Tanika, Dr. Denny, what's going on? Um. Okay, so let's give thanks for another day to come and do iGo chat. Blessings, everyone. For the people who are the first time tuning in, this is iGo chat, where we talk about all things small ruminants and small business. Tonight we'll be talking about first our experience, first time participating at Denbigh. What our observation was, what we think can be improved, and basically just overall what the experience was like for us. Right off the bat, I want to give big respect and big shout out to Trudy for the amazing products that she had on display. our exhibit, the tasting, the cheese lotion, so many different cheese she got there. I should know this. I think she had like four different type of cheese there, and then she had yogurt from Ruby Dairy Goat. She got cheese from Ruby, and then we actually had some milk from Dr. Young. We break all the rules, but we're about unity, so we kind of I went down to Dr. Young, grab a couple bottle of her milk, and put it in our display, in our exhibit. So if people ask about it, I want to taste it, then they can taste it, and we can tell them where to go get it. So that was fun for us. I know, you know, powers that be may not have approved of that, but better to break the rules and then ask for forgiveness after, I guess. Because the reason I say that is because we have a partnership with HiPro where we hosted the iGoat chat in the HiPro Small Ruminants Lounge. As I told you guys, we worked with them to create this lounge, and it was a resounding success. So I'm sure they didn't want the competitor in there, but it wasn't really the competitor. It was chin jam goat milk. All right, it wasn't labeled by the competitor. Anyways, okay, let's see our experience at Denbigh, what it was like participating and not just attending. I think it was great. We had a lot of fun. It was hot, like hot. So that was not as comfortable as it could have been, knowing that we were in a wide open tent. We didn't have a, closed in AC tent. Myself, Trudy's assistant, Dr. Denny, all the whole crew that was there had to suffer in that heat. But we made the best of it. Um, Let me see. Number one thing for us was participating, getting the experience of what it was like to be at Denbigh and as an exhibitor, even doing iGo chat. We weren't just an exhibitor, but we're doing iGo chat there and meeting all these people. All of you guys that participate in iGo chat and stop by and said hello to us. We appreciate everyone. It was so much fun to see so many people that come up and say, "Yo, I watch you guys. I am so and so," and I recognize them. Like, see, Maximilian, he was there next door to us doing his thing. Like, there were so many people that came through, and once them say, "Yo, I watch you. I'm so and so," on when I log in, then I know exactly who it is. Because every day, every time we do I go chat, we try to shout out everybody. Bless up Marvin. Um, so the names are familiar with me. So once they say their names, what the name is when they log in to I go chat, I know exactly who it is. So it was fun putting faces to the names, and everybody was really nice. Everybody was seemed to be having a good time at Denby. People were there for various reasons, but they all came through to show some support. And regardless of the technical challenges we had on the first day, we still had a good time. I see Maria said it was, um, yeah, that was the objective, was to give the people who couldn't make it to Denby, let them get a taste of what it was like, the people that were there, the playmakers that were there, the decision makers that were there, So it was really fun for us to do that and to help people be a part of it remotely, virtually. You know, I didn't get a chance to walk around with a camera and do all that stuff because of how our setup was. We're gonna try to figure that out next year if we participate next year. Most likely we will. Um, but that was important to us to let our iGoat family that wasn't able to be there get a taste of what was going on, and it was fun. It was exciting. If you haven't watched them, some of the clips yet, you can still see them on iGoat chat on the Cabo Ranch Facebook page or the YouTube page, and just go watch. There's a lot of information there. I have to take the time to pull out some of those vital information and repost them. But there's a lot of information that was shared that weekend. For us, the number one thing was seeing these all you guys and saying hi and being a part of the community and try to move the needle forward. Next thing for us was the fact that we had products on display. That was huge. That was like, as, as when Trudy and I talk about it in our post Denbigh meeting, it was 1A, 1B, it was, right? Of the objectives of what was important to us. And one, participating, seeing everybody, and 1B was the fact that we had products on display. Yo, big up my schoolmate, Bridget Garnet. Respect, Garnet. Well, go on. Blessings, my Bridget. I still got to link Kevin. Next time I go back, I got to call Kevin. I'll link with him. Yeah, so that was a massive thing for us to actually go through the process of preparing the products, um, having all the tools and everything that we needed to do it and survive it. Like products didn't go bad, all that stuff. We were prepared and we survived it. We did what we needed to do. Trudy did an amazing job getting people to taste cheese and to buy cheese and try lotion, and like it was nonstop for 2 days straight, because the first day we didn't get the table that was supposed to be there, so we had to work out of coolers. But Trudy and Sheree, that's her assistant name, Sheree. Um, so that part of it was big for us. We pulled it off, and now we know the lay of the land. We know what it takes to get it done, how we can improve. And we're all about improving. We don't be satisfied with just being there. We have to be bigger and better. And it was fun. It was great. We got great reviews, and everybody loved the cheese. I don't remember one person say, "Oh, this is not for me," or something like that. Like a lot of people were very surprised how good it tastes. And then there's some people who never really taste real cheese. They only know the cheese out of that yellow orange cheese out of the tin. They only know that. So we uh we were very happy with the reviews we got, and the fact that people actually tasted, loved it, and buy it. That was big for us. So then the fact that on the iGo chat side, I gained access to all the people we interviewed, which was like a big deal for me, especially knowing that I had to, be on my P's and Q's, and I had to definitely not try to, I had to try not to be boring, try to bring some value to you guys, think about what you guys would want to hear, keep it light and fun, don't get too serious because it's Denbigh, it has to be fun, right? Um, and all that truth is like all at the same time. It's like seriously hot. Like it was like if you guys watch some of those clips, you see me with a towel drying off at all times. But I got to give thanks and appreciate all the guests that came through. You know, we had um, the VP of HiPro, that was big. We had, you know, Neil Shand came through as a winner and a first time participant, I think. Neil is here, right? He can confirm that. First time participant, first time winner. Um, we had, of course, Mackie on twice because he was a big winner. Um, Dr. Denny was on. We had some technical issues with Dr. Denny, so we have to get her back to redo that little bit of information. Yeah, see, yeah, Neil say he first time winner, first time participant, which was big. And we had who else do we have on? Mr. Bernard, Trevor Bernard, he came on. Paul Sayers, Samuel Golding, um, Mr. Farron did an amazing presentation. If you guys haven't seen Mr. Farron's presentation, you need to go see it if you're in the goat business. If you're in the goat business in Jamaica, you need to go watch his presentation. It's a brief history of goat development in Jamaica. You guys need to see it. I think he got the most time, and he could have got more time if it wasn't for having Samuel waiting. Then I try to, cut the time. Maxine Brown, Marsha Lee from Unity Board Goat Farm. Yeah, it was fun interviewing all these people, talking to them. It wasn't like interviews, it was just conversation. The leathercraft guy that was right next to us in front of the Small Ruminants Association setup, and he had some amazing products. We had to get him on to come and talk about what he's doing because the whole thing was about independent food independence and value added products for us. And so we had to get him on. Took us a minute because he keeps going, leaving the stall and leave somebody there. Every time he went, he wasn't there. Finally, he came on. Um, so interviewing all those people or having conversation with all those people was huge. The We had Lisa from Stush in the Bush. If you guys don't know who Lisa and Chris is from Stush in the Bush, go check them out. Khalil had a conversation about the TMR machine. It was so much information that was shared. Like it's information overload. So if you guys take the time, when you have time, just go through and watch what you're interested in. And for a matter of fact, try to watch them all because there's something there. If it's even, you know, a congratulations to Neil and hearing Neil's story. And what's his name? Um, Smichael, Wayne Smichael. He is a big winner with that amazing buck. It was a supreme grand champion buck. Yeah, it was just a great weekend of meeting people, sharing information, and then we, Julie and I, got a chance to present, do a presentation at the big Denbigh tent being set up, the exhibit. I don't know what they call it, but we did a presentation over there on what we do, what Cover Ranch is about, and our experience starting Cover Ranch. Um, so it was just overall a great experience. Now, I know that there's different perspectives and different conversations about, I touched on this a few weeks ago, people about why would you participate in Denbigh? Why? What's the benefit? Um, in my opinion, my humble opinion is, you're gonna go to something like Denbigh, you got to go with an intent. What is your intention? What do you want from Denbigh? I don't know any exhibition or shows like that where there you go there and you leave with a whole lot of money. If you enter a competition, some of them have good prize for competition and stuff, and if you win, then you get that money. But the main objective for something like that is always the exposure, the marketing, the networking. So if you're gonna go to participate, if gonna take animals there, if you're gonna take products there, the objective, you should have a plan, and it should be a marketing, um, should be a marketing experience for you. That's what the goal should be. Promoting yourself, networking, meeting people with the intent to further your brand or further your business, move it forward. So that was our intent. That was our plan. Meet as many people as we can, get people to come and say hello, put face to names, um, and push what we were about, what we're doing. That was the objective. I think we did a good job. We see where things can be better, and we'll regroup and try to do better next time. So let's talk about, or I really want to talk about the Denbigh, like the livestock setup itself. Like, I'm still disappointed that the livestock barn, the goat and sheep barn, looks like it's stuck in the 50s. Like, I don't know what the objective is. I don't know what they're trying to do, but if you're gonna make the pens out of sticks, at least the outside of the barn itself, the barn should look presentable. And if you go in and you want that rustic farm look with the pens made out of stick or something, okay, fine. But I still feel like that whole thing needs to be revamped, needs to be torn out, redone, because it's not a good look. I am disappointed that there was no improvements to that, and I think it should be revamped. It should have a better presentation. It's just, I feel like, knowing that there was no showing of cows this year, there was no showing of pigs and them thing this year. It was all about goats and sheep, and the traffic was heavy over there, especially the Sunday when they do the competition and the Monday. The the traffic was heavy. You could tell people had interest in goats, what they look like, what they're about. So I want to see some improvement. I want to see that barn look better. I want to see better signage of who's participating, like the name of the farms or name of the farmer. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You walk through the barn and you have to keep asking, who won the goat? Who for the goat? The goat? Who for? Who win? Who the goat belong to? The goat the biggie man who win belong to? I'm tired of hearing that. I'd rather like people walk down and it's like, man, who is who's Unity Borgo Farm? Who is Trinjam? Who is West Side? Who is because a sign is there and they want to meet the person behind it. Neil, what's the name of your farm? Um, yes, not just exactly like you go next door, and I'm telling you, folks, if you didn't go to Denbigh, I'm gonna be straight and blunt and honest right now, right? Like right next to the sheep and goat barn is Nutrimix barn, and Nutrimix barn was a state of the art setup. Not if people anybody in here that was there, if you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. If you disagree with me, give me a thumbs down. That barn was state of the art. Every pen had at least two fans. Every pen that had animals in it had two fans pointed down at the animal. You could sleep and live over there. How clean it was over there, how well set up it was. Everything labeled, every pen has a sign of what's in the pen. I am not saying the livestock barn has to be exactly like that or to that level, but I'm saying, like, come on, like, let's throw in a little something. Let's throw in a little resources over the goat and sheep barn so we can there could be a better presentation and a little more comfort over there. I don't know who the powers are, if it's JS, Jamaica Agricultural Society, or the Denbigh partners, sponsors. I don't know who we should be talking to. But I would love to see some improvement to that barn. It tells you everything when you walk through there, and it's just look like crap. Honestly. And I talked about it before Denbigh happened because I saw pictures of the organizers walking through Denbigh trying to figure out their setup. And I talked about it then, but there's no improvements. I'm sure those sticks and stuff were brought in and redone for Denbigh because I'm sure they didn't last for 2 years from the last time they were there. So I'm sure some of those are fresh sticks they cut. I'm saying, even if you want the pens to look like that, do it properly. Let's do it properly. Let's make it look like that's your intent, to have stick pens but proper gate. You know, make it look nice. And then the outside of the barn itself have nice fresh paints all the way around. So a nice entry. So when you're going in there, you know at least that, oh, they wanted it to look like this, you know. But when you go there, it just look like, oh man, we need pens. Let's cut some sticks from over so and bring it and nail them up. Honestly, that's what it looks like, and not even proper lighting. There's like these little lights that like you use for your deck or something. It's similar to the lights we have in the maintenance lounge that you don't see nothing, that barely you can see anything when it's dark. I would love to see some resources put into that barn so we can put on a better presentation. Animals can be more comfortable, you know, even if it's watering. I don't know. Seriously, just need to be better. Needs to be presentation needs to be better. Comfort needs to be better. Because if you're gonna say agriculture is your focus and you're pouring resources into agriculture, I think livestock plays a big part in that. So people just love looking at these amazing animals. So make it presentable. We're not asking for Nutrimix barn. We're just asking for something that's a little that's better. That's better looking, more comfortable for the participants, farmers, and animals. And signage. I don't know if it's on the farmers to do their own signage, like to say who they are, name of their farm, contact number, social media handles, all that stuff. I don't know if it's the farmer's responsibility, but I know for sure that the barn itself is JAS responsibility or Small Ruminants Association responsibility, or whoever it is, somebody's responsible for it. So that's what I would like to see. I was not happy with it. It's not good. It's not a good look. It was hot under there. Animals are panting the whole time. It's just not a good look. Um, People just have to look at the sector, and have a bigger vision of what they're presenting, what they're representing, not just presenting but also representing. You know, um, that's just my take. Now, I didn't get a chance to go see the goat competition because at the same time we were doing our presentation over by the HiPro building. But from the reviews, everybody seemed to be happy with it. Um, People were impressed with the animals that were shown. I did see the animals because I went to the barn. Um, there were some surprises, and also a lot of AI animals were on display. Um, Nutrimix had a few AI animals in their barn telling people that they are results of artificial insemination with sire names and all that. And I think there was some in the competition. Neil maybe um, may have a better review or information on if any of the AI animals won. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's another thing. There should be like a report on the winners after Denbigh, especially in the goat thing. The association should issue out a statement, a report or something saying, yo, here are the Denbigh winners. But I was happy to see the animals. Animals look great. Passion for the animals were there. Pride for the animals were there. You know, the everybody was in good spirit. I get to meet people that, especially Michael, and I didn't even the amount of conversation I had with people about Mrs. Michael, I thought Mrs. Michael was like a big man of the thing for years or whatever. And then I met him and pulled him to come interview him. I didn't realize he was like our age or maybe younger than me too. But he's done so much amazing work. I hear so much great things about him. I thought he was like, you know, some big old man in the business, long time, whatever. But I gotta give the man some props because he's done some amazing work that you're looking at him as if he's a elder in the thing, but it's his work that gives you that impression. I get to had a conversation with Oral Robinson, Dr. Graham. Yeah, it was amazing. But back to my original thing is my unhappiness with the barn, and we'd love to see that change. All right, what's next? What else was impressive about Denbigh? The support Denbigh gets from the general public, I think I think people underestimate how much support Denbigh gets and what that really means if you're in the agricultural sector and if you're trying to market yourself, if you're trying to brand your business or a product. There was a lot of people at Denbigh. Regardless of how hot it was, there was a lot of people there. A lot of people. So if you're thinking that, oh, how do you take advantage? Come up with a plan of how to market yourself to these people. The we spend most of our time at the livestock area. That's where the lounge was, the Ruminants lounge was, and the traffic just down that lane was heavy all weekend, especially Sunday and Monday. And then when I went to the other sides, when I went back to the HiPro building, it was just a lot of people. Yeah, as I said, I want to rename that little street there, that driveway there to livestock strip, livestock lane. I don't know if lane is a good thing. Like lane kind of sounds small, but I need that thing to be nice, good road signage that says that's what we are over there. You know what I mean? The livestock boulevard, choose a livestock strip. Yeah, like something. So when you tell somebody, oh, I'm over by livestock strip, I want to have signs all over the Denbigh branch telling you where the livestock strip is. Let give people the impression that, oh, that's what you need to do. Yes, the Denbigh was a success. It was a success. No, it was a success. Somebody said my mic's not working properly. Hello, microphone check, check 1, 2. It's not working? That's not good. Check, check, check. No audio? How did that happen? Still no audio? Is it there now? Hello? No audio? Okay, give me 1 minute. See what's going on. Still no audio? Is it there now? Hello? How did that happen? It says bad feedback. Hello? But it's not this isn't it's not this mic. That's the that's the computer mic. So I don't know what's going on with this microphone. So I should just leave it, right? Yeah. So I was saying, um, I don't know what I was saying because of this microphone. Remind me, Trudy, because of this microphone problem. Somebody remind me where I was, please. Just lost my whole cognitive thinking. Um, Nobody remember where I was. Marketing. Oh, yes, I was saying Denbigh got a lot of support. So if you're gonna participate in Denbigh, remember that there's a lot of people there. You just have to think outside the box, figure out what you want to do, what you want to get out of it, because the people are there. Santiago not easy. Santiago not easy. Then be interviews Mike tired. Yeah, Mike must see. Mike must be tired, yes. Yeah, it's to for us, I saw that the traffic that was just in the livestock section alone is enough to promote yourself. Plus, with the thought process I'm having by branding that whole strip is I want sign all over the grounds that says this way to livestock boulevard or livestock strip or whatever. And it gives the impression that, oh, I need to go check that. Something big must be going on over there. Or you pleased with how the judging of the animals went? I think it wasn't organized properly. Well, Shane, I wasn't on spot. We were over by the the HiPro building doing our presentation. So I wasn't there to witness how organized the judging and the showing was. But I guess I need to ask some people their feedback on that. Judges should be on speaker. Well, I guess that's a conversation I need to have with somebody who can answer those questions on how it was organized, how if efficient they were, and you need public address system for sure when it comes to these things. Because the crowd and the noise and the participants need to know what's the next category and any specific instructions. Yeah, so I'm sure they should be able to sort that out. Um, yes, maximally. And if you're going for to sell products to promote your brand, yeah, just go with that with the intention and with the tools necessary to do that. You know, because there's nowhere else you're gonna have that many people um, grouped together all interested in agriculture or want to see, you know, what the agriculture sector is doing. Because mind you, I don't, I, it's, there's no, there's not a lot of other form of entertainment happening at Denby during the day. I think there's a kids section or something, but there's not like there's roller coaster rides and there's Ferris wheels and all them things. No. It's just exhibits after exhibits after exhibits everywhere, different in different shape or form or whatever it is. So these people are there because they know what it's about and they want to see what the agriculture sector has to offer. So I think it's important to take it serious. And if you want to go, you don't even have to go by yourself. You can team up with, you see, like how St. Elizabeth group, Facebook group, they have maybe like 5,000 people. I know that those people are not, all of them are not from St. Elizabeth, but you can have a tent, a booth, or something that major farmers from St. Elizabeth group together and say, okay, we're going to showcase what we do. Or you contact your parish rather thing and say, yo, I want to participate. I want a little spot in your tent. Or, but if you're a livestock animal, you want to come down a livestock boulevard, a livestock strip. What are we calling this, man? We're going to put out a poll or something. But you want to be, on that strip. So if it's talking to the association so they can expand their things so people can, participate. I don't know. But I implore all farmers to figure out a way to participate and get your name out there. Or just come and network. Make a shirt with your farm name on it and make some business card or something and just come talk to people. You know? Just have a presence in the space. And another thing I observed that it was funny. I didn't even observe this. It was just brought to my attention that people actually go to Denby and buy animals. People go to Denby, see an animal in that barn that they like, and buy it on the spot. And for crazy money. For like twice the price of what the animal would sell for on the regular market. I could not believe the numbers I was hearing from farmers that say, yep, animal's gone for X amount of dollars because the persons would rather not lose the animal. And first of all, I mean, you don't know if these people are excited, they see the animals strutting their stuff, the animal is a winner, whatever is exciting them, and they're like, oh, I want to get into this, I want to own this animal, and they just spend the money. So no, I'm thinking nobody who takes animals to Denby for sure should take another 6 animal or whatever it is for sale. Or there should be a sale barn or something because people come and buy animals on the spot. So that's another advantage. That's another thing that can happen right there at Denby. The advantage is the plus of Denby is it's just mounting. It's about how us as farmers apply it. How do we take advantage of it? There's no way you should show animals at Denby and walk away and don't make a sale or don't get 25 contacts of people who want to do business with you. That's the whole objective of being there. If you show animals at Denbigh, you should leave Denbigh either selling animals in advance or have 25, 50 contacts of people that you know is interested in buying animals from you. That is the objective. See? There, see, that's what I'm talking about. Dr. Young says, don't you mix it a live animal auction that went very well? Yep. People showing up to buy animals. No way. This should be a norm moving forward. There should be animals for sale. It should be the norm. People just got to have organized to say, okay, yeah, you can pick up the animals 2 days later or whatever it is. Or if they want the animal there and then, sure. It was amazing to know that people showed up with money in hand saying, yep, I'll make an offer on this goat. The live auction was a big success. Animals in the livestock barn were being sold for sometimes twice what the farmer would have got on the regular market. So we know it's an opportunity to increase your profit margin on a sale. You not rip off the body. It's a exhibit. It's a show. You know what I mean? Like the convenience of it being right there, what it costs you to take the animal there, yada yada yada, all the different expenses. The animal is at Denbigh, looking at it live, is worth more than if the person come to your farm. If you factoring the expenses of bringing the animal there, you know. So in reality, the animal should cost more. If you see it at Denbigh and want it at Denbigh, should cost more more than it if it was at the farm. Big as Dr. Young is here, bigger up. She did an amazing job with her milk and also the Nutrimix presentations, the whole barn thing. Her and the team was great. You know, I'll put partisan stuff aside. I see the effort being made by all the veterinarians, the livestock reps, and all these people that service us on both from both companies, and some rider reps that come through, and we see the efforts. How do we help them help us get to where we need to be? What do we need to do? Because the enthusiasm was there, the excitement was there. People were really excited about being in that space that weekend. You could feel it. So, how do we take that energy and turn it into a force that moves the sector forward? How do we do that? See, Dr. Young says she sell off her milk in 2 hours. We're coming for a commission. Yeah. How do we do that? Because with that kind of energy that I felt, that kind of enthusiasm that I felt, everybody seemed to be in good spirits. Everybody was having constructive conversations. How do we turn that into positive force to move things forward? How do we do it? I'm all about keeping track of everything. And now that I participated in Denbigh, well, not me, but Carber Ranch participate in Denbigh. Um, I feel like I'm ready to talk to whoever make decisions, whoever make decisions about these things. I'm ready to sit with them and say, okay, how do we harness that energy that we felt at Denby and use it to move things forward? Because we can't just go them, you go talk and talk and talk and talk and make promises and don't turn it into action. I'm all about turning that into action. It has to, there has to be, it has to be real tangible things that people can say, okay, yes, this comes out of the energy we felt and everything that happened at Denby. The people who came on iGo chat and tell me they're doing things and they're about to do things, I personally gonna follow up with them where we are with it. Where are we with it? What's the update? You went and you tell my people I go chat that this is gonna happen. Where are we with it? I need update. Because if we don't hold these people accountable, they can't just tell us anything. I want to know, oh, are we moving forward with this? You said this is what you're working on. This is what's coming on the pipeline. Where are we with it? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Wouldn't you like to know where some of these things are? A month from now, 2 months from now? Because I remember on Paul Sears, the current CEO of JDDB, he had some big things to say. And the VP of HiPro had some big things to say. I'll be following up. Big up Jermaine. I feel like holding people accountable or just checking in with them. Let's don't use the word accountable. Just checking in with them on where they are. Where are they with the stuff the projects or the initiatives that they're talking about? So I would love to follow up with them. I want to know where they are, and I will keep you guys posted. Um, okay, any questions for me on our experience, or if you have anything you want to discuss or you want my take on it, drop it in the comments. Takeaways for next Denbigh signage. Um, are we talking about the street? You talking about the barn? Can you can we put a comment on what exactly we're talking? Oh, goat milk products. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. So here's one thing that we did that we didn't do that after the fact we realized could have been a major plus. So where we were set up in the tent, the Ruminants Lounge, there was no signs out front that tell people we were there doing cheese tasting or goat cheese products, goat milk products, none of that. There was no sign out front. That's a big mistake on our part. Next year, we gotta have sign out front in obvious to the traffic that's going by to say, hey, look, over here, you can come taste goat cheese, taste goat milk, try goat milk lotion, all that stuff. We have to pull traffic in. We have to think about everything to pull the traffic in. See, thing says he couldn't find it. Yeah. Um, and that's on us. We didn't do a good job of putting up the right signage up front, and we should have done a better job, even when we're on the iGoat chat, announcing exactly where we are. Yeah, we have to come up with ideas that pull the traffic in. um, yeah, Mr. One Magnificent said the barn here really need to modernize. It's really not presentable. Yeah, we went over that, and that's one thing that I'll keep having conversation about. Yeah, and Trudy is saying even have a bigger team of people with us that will go out in the traffic and pull them in. We have to be a little more aggressive in what we do to get people's attention. Okay, we need, what is it? Lucien said we need some hay station and silage station across the country. If we can feed animals on a regular basis, the sector will not be moving forward. We need feed. We need feed. Yes, we need feed. That is a topic that, okay, let me give you guys a quick take on this conversation about silage stations and across the country. Silage station or hay station across the country has to be a partnership with the government and a private sector, which means the government has to subsidize the equipment needed for the mass production and preparation of these things, these fields, because the way these things has to be done in order for it to be effective, you're gonna need proper machinery, up to date, um, modern machinery and approach to doing it. Right. So that's a conversation and negotiation that the powers that be, people who are the leaders of the sector, need to have real conversation about. How do you get the people in that owns the lands, or if the government own lands, whose hands do they put it in to develop a silage project or a hay project to sell hay at an affordable cost to farmers? Whose hands does it go in? So it's not that simple, you know. Private sector can take it on, but they're still gonna charge you an arm and a leg for it. So I don't know the answer to it, but I can table this for another in-depth conversation down the road, or talk to somebody that I can get on the show to give us give us their take. Jody says the barn needs to be insulated. I don't know if it needs to be insulated. Yeah, maybe it needs to like have some form of insulation under that zinc so the heat doesn't come through like that. But it needs fan. It needs something. Yeah, it needs something. Yeah, farmers do need the support. Farmer need the support as in affordable inputs, agricultural inputs. How do you make that happen? What people need to remember seriously is that Jamaica is an island. Jamaica is an island, 110 miles long, 45 miles wide. Some of these things that we're talking about that we see on YouTube page with big farms in North America or South Africa or South America, whatever. Jamaica is a hilly terrain little island. We need to think about what exactly can we afford to do, because everybody needs land to feed, to for plant and to do this and to do that. If we say, oh, we need X amount of land for small ruminants and here production and silage, the onion man is going to say the same. The sweet potato man is going to say the same. The tomato man is going to say the same. Like, Jamaica does not have that land mass. So we have to be strategic and be smart on the approach. Realistically, Jamaica cannot compete because we don't have the land mass. The best agricultural lands are being used for housing development. Jamaica don't have the land mass, so we have to be strategic. You have to now create the best of the best in order to make the sector, whatever sector you're in, relevant on a stage. Because you can't afford to be mediocre because you don't have what it takes. What you don't have the resources to be mediocre. We are limited resources, so we have to use our limited resources to be the best of the best. Limited resources, just like we're the best in track and field, consistently the sprints with limited resources. The same mindset, the same type of thought process is what we need to apply to other things. Look about with tallow. So are we producing the best potato or the best potato products? Are we producing the most banana? Are we producing the best banana products? Are we producing the most goats? Are we producing the best goats? Are we producing the most goat milk? Are we producing the best goat milk? We can't think about volume when we're only a little island. We have to think about whatever we do, we have to be in the top. We don't have to have the most, we just have to have the best of it. That's my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. We have to think quality, 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 because we can't think quantity. We don't have the space, we don't have the resources. You know what I mean? We ain't getting no discount on feed inputs because we don't have the buying power. One state in America will buy 10 times as much grain or as much things that Jamaica buy. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the buying power for somebody to prioritize selling us grain or selling us inputs or even shipment. You say, okay, you can get it, but then you have to figure out how you get it from some other port because it's not coming directly to Jamaica, which increase the cost of getting it. Right, Judy? Yeah. We don't have that kind of power. So we have to operate within the guardrails the rails that we're on. Whatever we have to operate accordingly and think and plan strategically based on our reality. So the feed thing and the have land to plant hay and all them things, it sounds good, but we have to be strategic with the approach. Because just like how we want here, tomato man want the land, the same land, onion man want the same land, coffee man, no, man, don't copy them in the mountain, but the list goes on and on. The same land that we're talking about for here and all that. Everybody else is having the same conversation in their thing. That them want more land, them want agri parks and all them things. And we're over here saying, yo, what are you talking about? We want to plant hay over there. Yeah. Any other questions or Auntie Jasmine, what's going on? Any other questions or opinions or any comments you want me to give? You want me to give an opinion on? No. Okay. So I can call it a night. Before I go, today, hold on. This will be the last question I address. We need to start talking about it more often. We need to stand together, united. We stand divided, we fall at the end of the day. We can't say we didn't try. I agree, Lushane. We have to keep having these conversations, keep talking about it, keep bouncing ideas off each other, and eventually we will have solutions. Okay? And if we keep sharing idea, no idea, no that idea. We have to just keep sharing ideas. Okay, before I say good night, today myself and Peter Makuk went to a goat meat symposium in southern Ontario, Canada. And it was a very, very, very good symposium. Great presentations on how to handle, how to operate with the rising cost of feed, parasite management, pasture management. The list goes on and on. But I'm going to do a show on that. And then after we left the symposium, we stopped at one of the largest dairy goat farm in Canada, fully automated um, milking parlor, 1,000 animals, salons. It was mind blowing, and we'll have some information on that. Interviewed the gentleman that owns it, Lloyd Wick, and it was amazing. And I'm gonna put a video together for that, and I'm gonna try to get him on the show, and I'll tell you guys all about it in the next iGoat chat. But when you talk, they use them say goals, like mind blowing, mind blowing. Think about 1,000 son and goats. Think about milking a goat for 1,000 days straight. Well, not completely straight, but like only missing maybe 10 days. Trust me. Trust me, it is mind blowing. Goes up there. There's a group of mothers. The guy said they're on 1,000 days of milking. And there's another group that's on 400 days of milking. But there is a strategy to it, and we will get into it on the next iGoat chat. Little more. Peace. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, folks, and thank you for joining us. Bless up, everyone. Big respect to everybody that participated tonight, and we will see you guys at the next iGoat chat. All right, later.